time to go crazy. Polight is going to jail. The conscious community is dead. It's time to go crazy. I don't know what to do with my life. I want to follow. Who's the next black leader? Who? Young Pharaoh? No. Dr. Umar? No. Who? It's time to go crazy. Polight is going to jail. The conscious community is dead. It's time to go crazy. Who should I follow? Nature Boy? No. Myself? No. That's the way y'all acting out here, man. Straight up. Now that this whole thing, is going on with Polight, and he's definitely going to jail. You understand? There's no doubt about that. He's going to jail. I know I made videos on my new channel, and I've said, you don't know who to trust and who to believe and this and that and so forth. At the end of the day, regardless, this is my opinion. That man is going to jail. That plain and simple. The conscious community is dead. I said this numerous of times, before. At the end of the day, who is it that you're going to trust? All your leaders, so-called leaders and organizations that so-called leaders and organizations that were in the conscious community, right? That was a part of the conscious community. Everything is coming out now. Your leaders are pedophiles, touching little babies and shit. It's over. At the end of the day, now that everything is done, it's all said and done. Dr. Umar is not like Godfrey said, he just bought 200 houses, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's over. Who do you follow now? Who is your leader now? And it's crazy, I spent so many videos telling you all in the very beginning. This was my ideology from the time I got on YouTube all the way up till now. To rely on yourself, to become your own leader. But you don't want to do that. Which is crazy to me. So now it's a group of people that's walking around and don't know what the hell to do with themselves. Because they can't follow a leader, at least what they think or believe, who they think or believe that's a leader, such as your Polights, your Nature Boys, your Dr. Umar, your Young Pharaohs. All of them turn out to be frauds. Can't hardly watch Sinetta anymore because you don't know whether he's telling the truth or a lie. Because his shit is mixed in. Sometimes it's truth, sometimes it's lies, sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's neither the truth or the lie. It's just, man, we don't know what the hell to believe. Can't say it's the truth, can't say it's a lie. For those that are trying to realize, trying to understand, hey, listen, why is it that Langston hasn't gone up, stepped up, a degree? And degree meaning that why haven't my YouTube channels, plural, really took off? And the reason why, and I said this before in several videos, is because my solution to the problems that exist, in particular the black community, is to get up off your own ass and become the leader of you. That's not famous in the black community. It's not a solution that in the black community people want to follow. They don't want to be responsible for themselves. And this is the reason why the conscious community at the point of its apex, right? The reason why it was so popular, because it took the responsibility from each individual, right? And allowed the conscious community to take care of the responsibility. Whether they had to deal with knowledge, whether they had to deal with eating habits, exercising, whatever have you. Now, ain't no more researching anymore. We just gonna believe what the hell the Amon Ra squad says. I ain't no more trying to look up look and see what type of foods are alkaline, and do my own research. I'm just going to accept what Polight says and Dr. Sebi says and be okay with it. What the conscious community did was it turned people such as myself and others into babies. I remember in the 90s when the YouTube, none of the social networks or the internet existed. At least for black folks it did. We ain't know shit about that. We had to walk our ass to the library. And we had to do our research. We had encyclopedias. I remember I had to do like a paper. I had to write a paper. My next door neighbor, while I was staying with my grandmother at the time, Tracy, Christy, and Brian, my next door neighbor, their mother was a school teacher, and they had a bookshelf. I know y'all don't know what that is, but they had bookshelves, plural. And in those bookshelves, they were encyclopedias. Nobody don't know anything about that anymore. Do you have a physical copy of an etymology dictionary, let alone a dictionary of the thesaurus? So in other words, the conscious community took the weight off of the people. So we no longer had to research. We just accepted and believed whatever the Hebrew Israelites had to say, the Nubians had to say, the Moor Science Temple, the Moors had to say, and run with it. And there was no accountability on self. If we found out that this particular organization was wrong, let's say, for example, if Polight proved that the Hebrew Israelites was wrong about the Bible, then we just believed what Polight said. We didn't try to do no intensive research for ourselves. We didn't. So now that everything has came to an end, because seriously, there's no truth. Listen, let me tell you something. There is no truth in the conscious community. Everything is done. Like, who are we actually gonna believe? For real. Seriously, like, think about it. Let's just say the next leader comes up, right? Next street scholar comes up, and it happens to be under Sinetta's wings, right? Just off of the strength of that particular person, whether it's a male or the female, fucking with Sinetta, we gonna think that that person is up to something. Like, in other words, who can we trust? Who are we gonna trust is the question. Because everybody is suspect right now. Everyone. But I know one person we can trust is that person within you. That plain and simple. You can't fully trust Langston 2092. You can't. Well, let me tell you the reason why. It's because I'm not your savior. I'm not your school teacher. Yeah. I'm not your school teacher. I'm not your teacher. I'm not your master teacher. I'm not your spiritual teacher. I'm not an angel. I'm not one of the Anunnakis. I'm not I don't know what the hell. Whatever you think I am, right? I'm talking about like that, and then if you hold me like in a higher position, like as if I'm like a deity or a god or something, you're sadly mistaken. And taking heed. I have my mistakes, and I do have my mistakes. But at the end of the day, you're never gonna see me touch any children. The only children that I touch is the ones that are mine, and I change their pampers. That's how I touch them. I wash them. I give them baths. I feed them. That's it. But other than that, Langston 2092 is not perfect, and neither do I want to be perfect. Man, I really felt what Biggie Smalls was saying, and this is on topic. I really felt what Biggie Smalls was saying when he was like, I don't want to go to heaven with the goody goodies. I can't imagine if heaven really exists. I'm not trying to motherfucking go to heaven. I'm not. Because every now and then I want some pussy. Can't go to heaven. How? I mean, what? I'm going to ask God? Hey, God, you think I could, slide over this chick house? You know what I'm saying? I'm really feeling her. You know what I'm saying? I can't have a side chick. I can't have none of that stuff. I can't shoot the shit with the homeboys and shit. Every now and then I want to pup, pat. I can't do none of that shit. Hell, I couldn't even do none of that shit when I was in the conscious community. That's another story. The conscious community is like, it's no different from the fucking damn church. Can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, can't do that. My brother, my sister, my queen, king. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Bitch, get over here. Man, you ain't nothing but a nigga. Can't say none of that stuff. Everybody's a king and a queen, even though they not. You know how many months? I don't even want to go there, man. Shit, so many damn whores in the conscious community, female and male. But everybody's holy and art thou and shit. Fuck out of here. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that. So this is the reason why you can't trust me, because I'm liable to pull up in Magic City tonight. Period. But at the end of the day, you can't trust anyone. You can't trust Langston 2092. You can't trust Young Farry. You can't trust Polight. Who can you trust? You? What's the problem? I'm just trying to understand. Please, make me understand this. Why is it so difficult for you to rely on yourself? I'm trying to understand that. Since y'all believe in the law of karma and numerology and all the rest of this extra shit, metaphysics and all the rest of this shit, and the universe, well, let me say it to you plain and simple. It's nothing complicated to this shit. Hey, maybe the universe is trying to tell your dumb ass that you need to rely on yourself. By what's going on with Polight, by what's going on with Sinetta, Dr. Umar and the likes. Don't you think that the universe is telling you, dumbass, that you need to rely on yourself? And I've heard this whole charade shit, because I don't want to hear, let me tell you something. If somebody try to pop that shit with me, I tell them kiss my black ass. But a person will sit back and say, well, okay, now that the conscious community is gone, and there's no leaders or whatever have you, now what do we do? Now who do we have? Now who do we talk to? Now who do we trust? Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna give it to you like this, plain and simple. When you were younger, right? And you didn't know how to ride a bike, right? What did your mother and your father do? They put training wheels on that damn bike so you can learn how to ride it. Then once you learn how to ride that damn bike, what did they do? They took those training wheels off, and you learned how, and you rode that bike without training wheels. God damn it, it's time for you to walk the fuck away from the conscious community and so-called black leaders, because now you know who you are. You've been groomed, you've been trained. And you know now that the journey is within. You no longer need none of these people. In order to create a society that's for the people and by the people, people as individuals have to learn who and what they are and their purpose on this planet. And one of the most important purposes on this planet as an individual is to become a leader, to get to know you, what your capabilities are. So that's the way I'm gonna break it down to you. Your mother and your father told you Santa Claus is coming, and you believe that, and it was a story being told, and it was a children's story, make you feel good, and you couldn't wait to wake up December the 25th and see all of the presents that Santa Claus left you. And then when you became conscious enough to understand that mommy and daddy has to go to work, this, that, and so forth, this is the reason why, this is how they get the presents, then they told you. In other words, get the fuck out of the conscious community as the boat is sinking, because now you're not a child anymore. You could do your own research. If you want to know anything about Egypt, get you a goddamn ticket. This is the easiest way to find out. If the pyramids really exist, if those writings on the wall are real, if the carvings of our ancestors, the noses, the lips, the eyes, the teeth, the arms, the legs, if it's on the pyramids or on the walls of Cairo, get you a goddamn ticket, round trip ticket to goddamn Egypt, and find out for your goddamn self instead of fucking waiting on someone else to goddamn go to Egypt and record it and post it, upload it on YouTube for you. Shit, y'all got all these ages of Aquarius, and this is the information era and age and this and that. Well, why the fuck are y'all not looking? Why are y'all not taking the time out to get the knowledge and the information for yourself? I'm in it like this, man. Straight up. Let me put out this disclaimer first. I don't claim to be a businessman and have a business degree. But what I will tell you is that I've been in the streets long enough as a street hustler. Whether I was selling, I never sold coke, so I ain't gonna even go there with that shit. You understand? And lie like everybody else do. But I've sold everything, whether anything knockoff, you know what I'm saying, bootleg, pirate, whatever the hell you want to call it, I've sold it. You understand? And through my journeys, whether I was hustling out there and selling as a street vendor, legal or illegal shit, right? Pirated shit and legal shit. My own books of my own. You know what I'm saying? I've learned one thing, right? And that is, everything is a price. Everything is for sale. And that's what I see when I look at the conscious community. A bunch of niggas that caught on to some shit, said to themselves, I could package up this motherfucking doctrine, this ideology I got, and I could sell it to these niggas. And that's exactly what has happened. And y'all keep on buying that shit.